Tell us a date.
Saturday.
Yeah, but that's not the date, is it?
22nd of February.
22nd of February, right? What year?
2020.
And who are we with?
Of course. Right, Dave Clarke we are in the company of David Clarke and Dave Courtney, the infamous
Mr.
Dave Courtney.
No, I'm transgender. I want to be called.
Oh yeah.
I'm bi.
He doesn't identify.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be identified. Okay, right.
No.
Okay, so the idea. I mean, I haven't caught up with Dave for a long time. We've done a few miles independently together, all sorts of stuff.
I've been a Dave Clarke fan all my life.
So this video is going to go to people. My daughter, right? First of all, Eleanor in Dubai, and husband.
Hello, Eleanor.
Granddaughter.
Hello, husband and granddaughter.
Maya, and we're also Isaac, who's in Vietnam.
Hello, Isaac in Vietnam.
And Jess in Vietnam.
Hello, Jess in Vietnam.
Right. We've also got Esther in Brighton.
Esther in Brighton, you're a bit closer, baby.
And Arnie, my grandson.
And Arnie.
And we've also got Dave, Martin Luther in Gosport.
Dave and Martin Luther in Gosport. Hello.
Right, and we haven't forgotten Rebecca Clarke.
Rebecca Clarke.
In
Hello.
Stubbington.
Hello.
And we had her mum too.
Okay, and at the mum too. Hello, mum.
And a boyfriend.
Hello, boyfriend.
And we've also got Macy, my daughter, 14-year-old.
Hello, Macy, the daughter, 14.
And her mum.
Hello, Macy's mum.
Who's not talking to me.
Okay.
Okay. Right, Dave, I rang you up because it was my birthday last week. And it so happens...
If you'd have said, I would have stole your present.
You would have done, yeah. And it so happens that it's your birthday too at the same time.
17th, mine, yeah.
Now, I discovered, last week, I told them, my birth certificate, I looked at it up, and it says 1959.
You're 10 years younger.
10 years younger than I thought I was.
Assumed.
Well, that means I'm as old as you.
I thought you had a good paper round when I...
How old are you, David?
71.
Really? You're looking very well for 71, my old friend.
So I'm 10 years old.
61 and I hate even saying it.
I know, it sounds old.
So are you 71 or 61 now?
True. I said wind up it was.
Okay.
I wound them all up on Facebook, but 10 years younger. Okay. Anyway, the reason why we come to see Dave is because we want to see him, and we haven't caught up for a long time.
Yeah.
But we've had one or two happenings together, and I'd like to share with Dave. So when I first met Dave, ask me how I met Dave.
How did you meet Dave?
Well, Dave White, when he came out of jail, you know, Rob White's brother, who died of a heroin overdose, he used to live with me, and I tried to help. And he told me that Dave Courtney's coming to Fareham.
Yeah.
And I thought, who's Dave Courtney? I ain't got a clue. I've been away in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Okay. He said, well, he's speaking. Do you know what pub it was you were speaking at in Fareham?
I haven't got the foggiest idea.
It was called the Hampshire Rose. Right?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And I'll tell you.
Going back 20 odd years.
We're going back 20 years ago. Yeah, you've met so many people. The point is, in Fareham, it's the Hampshire Rose was the famous place.
Yeah.
Right? And it was. I went there. The place was packed.
Right.
Never seen a place like it.
So it was packed out because obviously
Dave was
coming
speaking
along.
and he was charging the £10 at a time, and I tried to get in for £5, you know, they wouldn't let me in. He got the money out in the end. The point was, I went to the guy that's running the show, running the pub, his geezer. I said, can you give these books to Dave Courtney because I want to meet him?
Yes.
Right? And I'll tell you the reason why in a minute. And I gave him a couple of books. Do you remember me, the guy giving you a couple of books of mine?
Not really, David.
No,
I've got to be honest.
Okay, no, don't worry. They're on your library because you're so busy, I know. But the point was, the books was about my life story of what we did in the jail in the Philippines.
Yes.
And I wanted to meet Dave because Dave is the sort of character. Because when he was speaking, I identified absolutely with the things he was saying, the fun they had, all the pranks they pulled, all the boyish fun that we used to do in the 60s, right?
Yes.
My brother got all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And Dave was telling it, and it was so funny what he was saying. I thought, well, this guy's kosher. He's not blind, he's not pulling the wool over people's eyes, he's telling it as it was,
yes.
as it is. So I was very taken up by his stories, right? Okay?
Yes.
That's why I thought, well, this is a guy that can help me reach the kind of guys that I felt I could help too.
Yeah.
Right? I've just come back from the jails in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Right? The jails in the Philippines, there's over There were 13,000 inmates there, run by gang leaders, right? 12 gang leaders, okay? And I had to get Dave involved in that one day to sort the problem out. So I met Dave because he could introduce me to the guys I helped. Right. What happened then was, in order to continue my work, we wanted to bring a ship from Holland, a big ship, a motor vessel.
And Dave helped you with this? You were both involved in this?
This was behind the scene. He didn't realise what was happening at the time.
Okay.
We wanted to bring this ship from Holland to park it down in Langston Bay, Langston Harbour.
Yes.
Right? Because we found this place out. It looked derelict to me.
Yeah.
Alice had sorted it out and derelict. So I said, Dave, come and have a look at this land. What do you think? And he came down. Do you remember going down and see the
I remember, yeah. It was a jetty. It was a jetty. He just nutty as a fruitcake. He's as mad as a hatter. Right?
Yeah.
And there was a jetty going out into the sea, and he's checked up on some land register and went, well, it is actually a part of England, but it's not on the map. Yeah.
Right.
He's actually joined up to the country, but it's a massive big concrete, half a mile long, quarter of a mile wide.
You'll see it on the video.
It's a massive big thing.
You'll see it on the video.
Anyway, he's decided to claim it as his land, you know, and say
Make use of it.
yeah, make use of it. You know,
Yeah.
and I just thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but warm to the fella because he was nutty as a fruitcake. He decided to live on it, turn it into a skateboard park, and he had all sorts of things.
So I asked Dave about it.
Yes.
And he thought, he warned me, I wouldn't do that, he said, if I were you, because that would be criminal damage if you break that lock.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I'd already broken it, I'd already replaced it. So, however, the point was, I wanted the land. I did check out the land
So
registry.
you took the land.
No, I went to the land registry.
Very funny.
Yeah.
I went to the land registry, right?
Yeah.
I went to the harbour master, I went to Portsmouth City Council, and in the end it turns out nobody knew whose the land really was. They couldn't. I said, well, I want to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't.
It was used in the war, and when the war finished, it was just left. It was parking. It was for parking battleships beside.
Yeah. So
Now
quite
it's-
literally unclaimed.
Yeah. So he's decided to claim it, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah.
I found out that it was last
Brain
used
elect, Dave.
in 1963 by a company called Portsmouth Trading Company.
Yes.
And I assumed that the company owner had died
Right.
and left no will,
Yeah.
because all land has got to be registered.
Yeah.
Good, okay. Right, so I said to Dave here, he warned me about this and that. Anyway, so what happened with them was, I went to Bovis Builders, I said, look, can you loan me some fencing, Bovis fencing? Yeah, I said, it's for Dave Courtney, it was just a charitable deed.
Right.
Oh, really? Yeah. So, yes, they put all this fencing on a truck, right?
Was Dave? Were you aware?
No, he wasn't aware of that.
Dave wasn't
No,
aware
no,
of that.
He wasn't aware of
Right.
this. They did it all
Well,
voluntary.
none of it.
Oh, right.
I did it in his name, right?
In Dave's name, right?
Yeah. So, anyway, they delivered the fencing,
Yeah.
and we fenced it off, and I went down the road and bought a truck, transit for 200 quid,
Yeah.
right? To transport some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
My son had been kicked out of some property with his BMX bike ramps by the council, right? And I thought, well, we got the land now, so we put the bike ramps on the land. I then we found a caravan dumped at the side of the road,
Yeah.
and we towed that down there and occupied the land. Put signs up, this belongs to private land, notice. So we thought we're set up. Now the law is, right,
Yeah.
we weren't on council land because they couldn't claim it was theirs. So it was on land which I was claiming.
Yeah. So no one had any
Right,
rights. to
so
it.
I went to the land registry and registered this land in my name, David Clarke, and had we stayed there for 12 years, we would have got that land by adverse possession.
Right.
Because I believe the council were trying to get the land themselves by the same method.
Yeah.
Anyway, they came along, cut a long story short, took all the stuff away. They made a complete wreck of the place. They broke the fence down, smashed the windows in the transit and the caravan to make it look as though vandals had done it. So I reported to the police, informing them that the council had done it. Eventually, they informed me the council had taken the fencing and scrapped the caravan and the car. I went back to the council, said, you've done this, you've done that, and I said, look, I'm suing you for 4,000 quid for taking my stuff and wrecking it. And they countersued me for 300 quid or something like that for wrecking the stuff. Anyway, I took them to court. Now, I ain't got a clue about dealing with the court myself,
Right.
right? I've been in court, yes, but I didn't know how to conduct affairs. Dave's got more experience of court affairs than I
And
have.
if a normal layman wants to defend his friend, it's called Mackenzie law.
Mackenzie law. So you can do that legally.
You can legally defend him, and they have to have a barrister sit beside you to teach you the manners of the court and etiquette and that. So I then sat there purely for my own entertainment. Not that I thought it was a winnable case at all, but actually someone asking me to defend him in court, and I'm sitting there. I just took it on as a giggle. So then it had the judge who's parking, and I parked my Rolls Royce in the
Let me tell
judge's.
you about that. Okay. Yeah. Right. We sat there. Dave hadn't arrived.
Yeah.
Okay. And the judge said to me, Jack Applewood said, "Mr. Clarke, have you got somebody representing you?" I said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Oh, is that?" I said, "Mr. Courtney."
And at the time I was writing books, and it was also Mr. Popular, and
he looked at me. He said, "Well, when is he coming? Is he coming here shortly?" So we'll delay.
Yeah.
Right. So I got outside where Dave, and she's arrived with 2 or 3 other people, right, and he came in the court, and I sat down and realised that I couldn't claim he was my barrister because he wasn't.
Right.
But I said he's my Mackenzie friend, which is a legal loophole to get people to say. So he stood next to him to advise me what to say.
So where did you learn about the Mackenzie's law?
Oh, I picked it up as I went.
Oh, right.
Picked it up as I went along. Yeah. Anyway, so the case proceeded, and the council defended themselves against it, and their defence was they hadn't got the documents. Well, they had, because I personally delivered them.
Yeah.
They were denied. They were lying.
Yeah.
Okay. But I couldn't produce evidence to show that a signature that they got
That
it.
you delivered it.
So they pleaded with the judge, saying, "Look, could we delay this for another time?"
Yes.
I thought, well, about that. Well, why not? I'm going to get this anyway. Anyway, we delayed it, and Dave had a chat with them afterwards. Do you remember what you said to them? Any idea?
No, tell me.
No, I don't remember, but I just know that I had a bit of a run-in with them. He was very calm.
He does need other people. He does need someone to talk on his behalf.
Yeah.
He elongates it, and So
the long
I
and
spoke
short
on his
of it.
behalf and told some lies and said that I've got video evidence of him handing over the documents that you're saying you haven't got.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you was going to say you haven't got them. Otherwise, I'd have brought down the video evidence.
Yeah.
You didn't say you had never received it beforehand. So I put you that you're lying and blah blah blah.
And that worked.
Well, what happened was we got just postponed it. We got an adjournment. Okay?
Right, okay.
In Dave's absence, because he couldn't come down on the day of the court case,
Yeah.
I got a youngster that was training to do law at school, Holly.
Well, what the judge did say in his final comment.
Oh, I forgot that one, didn't I? Let me say that one. Right.
You're saying everything, Dave.
Let Dave talk.
No, he's all right.
No, we can say it afterwards. Right. We had a tannoy. Could the owner of the white Rolls Royce please not park it in the car park of the court?
Oh no!
And as we was about to leave, Judge Ackroyd said, "Mr. Courtney," he said, "the next time you come, could you please park your Rolls Royce in the appropriate place?" I was creased up with laughter.
Oh wow!
So that was that. I did win the case in the end, by the way.
Yeah.
So we got it, and I.
You won it. So they accepted that you'd had evidence.
The judge found me in favour, in my favour.
Yeah.
They took the land.
But they took the land because they produced the documents. After a year, they got the documents. They should have produced it a year ago.
Yeah.
It took them a year to get
So
the
they
documents.
found out who owned the land originally.
They owned the land. They owned the land.
Oh right.
But they couldn't prove it, right?
They just done him for being a squatter.
Yeah.
Oh right.
That really was
Okay.
it.
Which they should have told me it was their land in the first place. Never mind. I got a fine. I got given 400 quid.
Yeah.
Right. I should have got 4,000, but I couldn't produce evidence, the documents to show that the caravan was worth £2,000,
Yeah.
and the transit van was worth £2,000, right?
Yeah.
And the BMX bike rack, I couldn't produce paper. So if you do go to court, you do need to produce evidence that you actually have spent that much money.
Well, you wouldn't have
Whoa.
any evidence because the caravan you found for nothing,
Exactly.
and it looked like it should be dumped, and the van looked like that was dumped. So actually asking for £4,000 was,
Yeah.
you might as well ask for 10 million. But it
Well,
was
what
very
happened-
funny.
The gear that you asked for in Dave's name, the fencing,
That all went.
that they took.
They took it.
Right. Oh.
Yeah. Yes, they were gangsters and criminals. They broke all the laws in the book after me trying to do all things above board. I told you about the work in the jails.
Yeah.
We've got a guy in the Philippines, right? He was he killed a policeman in the Philippines. He got sentenced to 14 years in a gun run-in. But we worked with him, and he became a Christian in the jail. He's now gone back to Baguio City. His name is William Pollock. Say hello to William Pollock.
Hello, William Pollock.
He's working with other criminals.
Hello, other criminals.
He's gone to work in Baguio City, and they get district jail. And I'm supporting them with textbooks and stuff like that. So he's working with guys to turn their lives around, because when they're released from jail, without social security, it's very difficult to survive on the coast without doing what you've got to do to survive.
Well, you're up against everything, aren't you?
Yeah, you're up against everything. So we congratulate William for his work, and here's Dave from the UK, and we're trying to encourage Dave to get involved in our work too.
Yeah.
Dave's not getting involved in anything.
Dave's had enough. With the reclaimed land.
Okay. Dave, I'll leave you with that.
Thank you.
Put in your shelf, that one. Some good pictures in that one.
Okay.
True story.
Thank you.
That's my friend Malcolm. Malcolm, he's going to watch this. Malcolm, there's you on the front.
He looks like Christopher.
Hello, Malcolm.
Malcolm Kirkham of Aylesbury.
Is that right?
This is my life story with full colour pictures. How my life was turned around from crime to follow Christ. Since Dave likes the unusual things I do, I'm sure he'll love this true story. It's called Mr. Clarke from Bearton, or alternatively, Aylesbury Remembered and more.
Wow.
From amazon.co.uk or amazon.com.
Thank you.
That's right, my pleasure.
I've got a baseball bat. Oh, sorry. My knife sheath, which I do on my
Chinese
YouTube videos.
baseball bat. Oh, look at that there.
Yeah, I'm going to get this
It's
protected.
working. Look how lovely. Look, it's working.
Yeah, well, I was worried it might sink in, but I'm going to get it protected.
Do you like a bat?
We love a bat. This one will come with compliments now. With the little use going into the motors. Not really. It will never hurt anyone, that one. Beautiful.
Good here, there.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
Good for you, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you a gift. I mean, I don't know, it's silly, but you might find some use for it.
No.
Is it any good to you?
Yeah, it's funny.
There you go. I'll leave that here. Thank you. Is that the gun in the case?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
There you go, sir.
Go to the URL links at the bottom of this page for further videos.